Alright, I am outside of Bozeman, Montana, and just wanted to provide a quick update. I'm not going to be able to post any videos probably over the next couple of days if things go according to plan. But since my last video in Kennecott Mine, I've been to Valdez, stopped in Anchorage a little bit, went to Whittier, Alaska, did the Denali Highway, and then headed out of Alaska. I didn't do anything in the Kenai Peninsula just because of all the smoke that was down in that area from the fires, and then also the weather just wasn't cooperating at all. Everything was cloudy, as you'll see in the upcoming videos. Still got some nice shots, still had a good time in Alaska, but wasn't quite how I had planned it all out to be. So from there, based on a recommendation from somebody that I met in Anchorage, I dropped down into Hyder, Alaska, which is down the highway that shoots you straight south. And Hyder is the southernmost town in Alaska that you can drive to, and it's outside of Stewart, Canada. You actually have to drive out of Canada into Alaska, out of Canada, to get to the glaciers that I wanted to see. One of the best spots I've had on this entire trip. It was amazing. Met some great people and spent a couple of days there. From there, I continued south into Vancouver, and that's when things kind of got stressful for me, coming back into that much civilization that fast and that much traffic. Didn't really enjoy my time in that area, Vancouver, Seattle, Portland. Not my element at all. I did meet a buddy I used to work with and stayed at his place with his family for one night, and then I met Nate Zoinks, who I've been communicating with over the past couple of months, and I met him for some drinks. And then after, I think it was two nights that I spent in that area, I got out of there as fast as I could. But Nate gave me some great routes to take, so I checked out some sites on the way, and yesterday just drove through Idaho, and now I'm in Montana. So the reason that I'm heading so quickly from the West Coast all the way through Montana is, one, I'm going to try to get onto Hail Roaring Trail today, and if it's nice, I'm going to spend 2 nights at the top of that. I'm still in 2-wheel drive. I'm not really all that concerned about it, and nothing I'm going to do about it before then. I am debating on getting a new battery. Last night it was pretty cold where I stayed in Montana, and my battery charge went way down. I don't think I have any kind of weird draw from it. It's well over 2 years. It's just an advanced auto 2-year battery, and even though it started up this morning, it thought about it. I've got booster packs just in case, and I don't think it's an alternator not giving it enough. And during the day, it's fine, but anyway, I digress. So that I'll decide when I get to Bozeman or some other area where they sell batteries. So after that, I am going to the northeast corner of North Dakota, which there's really nothing to see there. The reason that I'm doing that is by Sunday, I need to be in Grafton, North Dakota, so that I can start a sugar beet job that I've been hired on for. When I first started this trip, I wanted to do this just to do it and see what it was like. Now that I'm on this trip and I've spent way more gas money than I thought I would, and I've had a couple of repairs, now I need to do this job. So it's about 3 weeks of unloading trucks with sugar beets and doing quality checks. It is not easy work. It's basically 12 hours a day on your feet. Could be out in the bitter cold. You could be sitting around doing nothing if the weather doesn't cooperate. But it's decent money, quick, and they're going to offer a lot of overtime apparently. So in addition to the 12 hours, you can work more. You're going to work every weekend if you really want the money, which I do. So it's going to be straight non-stop unless they call off work because of weather. And if it goes according to plan, it could be up to 2 weeks of every day working 12 plus hours a day. So that's fine, and you could end up getting a night shift. I don't mind that either. So actually, my cousin that I stayed with down in Arizona, she's started doing seasonal work. She has a truck with a fifth wheel and a trailer that she pulls. She's spent time in Colorado doing a seasonal job there through the summer, and now she's doing that, and I'm actually staying on the same camp spot that she is. So that's going to work out, so I'll get to see her again. We're probably going to be working the same shift if we can help it, so that we can commute back and forth. It's only like 12 miles each way, unless we end up working different shifts or more overtime or less overtime than the other. But that's the plan. So what is a sugar beet? I had no idea what this was until I started reading about overlanding and trying to do seasonal jobs and things of that nature. It is a huge white colored beet. It's nothing like the red beets that you're used to, and they harvest them at this time of the year so that they can stockpile them through the year without them rotting. And they process them for basically what is your table sugar. So a lot of table sugar in the US is actually not from sugar cane, it's from sugar beets. So that's kind of cool. I'm hoping that I can video a little bit here or there, at least the plant that we unload, and I'll try to video some here and there. I'm about 3 weeks behind on my editing, and I really don't know how much editing I'm going to be able to do when I'm on my off time, because if I'm working 12 hours on my feet, I don't know how much time I'm going to want to spend editing at the end of each day. I will get some videos out. I think the campsite has Wi-Fi. I seriously doubt it has cell service. I seriously doubt that even the place that I'm working at has cell service. But I will be unloading some videos while I'm out there. I will find time to do it here and there. But at the same time, I'll try to make 1 or 2 videos about what I'm doing, what I'm going through, and things of that nature. I think that'd be kind of cool. Since I did look it up online, and there's really not that many good videos out there. I'm not saying I'm going to put a good one out there, but I tried to do some research on this and just get a good feel for it. But I don't know, I didn't come across anything all that great. So that's the plan. That's why I'm heading there. After that is over, whether it's the second week, the first, second, third week, whenever it ends in October, from there I'm going to try to meet somebody in southern North Dakota, and also I'm going to maybe take that time to work on anything that I need to. I can't really think of any pressing issues. It all depends on how I feel when I come out of the job, and also just what I feel like repairing. Right now, I'm on 90, and it is a great stretch of road. It's 80 miles an hour. I'm only doing about 60, 65, but I've just recently had this up to 80, and it rides great. I don't have any major issues with the handling. The four-wheel drive would be nice, but I think that's going to end up being a bigger job that I want to tackle. And this thing is fully capable in two-wheel drive to do what I need it to do. So from there, I have to decide, even between here and there, whether or not I want to take the time to shoot up to Saskatchewan. Because if I don't do it by the time that I get to my job, I'm not going to backtrack and do it. And from my job, once I finish up with North Dakota, I am going to try to shoot into Canada and take that eastbound and drop down into New York. That's the plan right now. I know it's going to be really cold, but I'm okay with that. But I really would like to do that just to see that part of Canada, even though I know it's not that great, but it's something I haven't seen before, and I would like to see it. So that is a possibility. And then from there, I'm going to meet my girlfriend over Thanksgiving, and then she'll shoot back, and then I'll take my time coming back and shoot over to Maine, New Hampshire, and drop down into the East Coast before I finish up by Christmas time. So that's the current plan. That's where I've been, and that's what I'm doing. So it's going to be an interesting next 3 weeks, but this will give me an idea if I want to do something like this next year, as well as other jobs, and try to not stay on the road as long as I'm doing those jobs, and maybe just shoot to those jobs, and you know, maybe spend 2 or 3 months on the road in between, like a month home would be ideal. I would love to do something like this next year this long, but it's hard being away from my girlfriend that long, and I really don't want to have to figure out how I'm going to see her in between if I'm trying to live on the road. So she is a factor in all of this, and she's been really, really good about letting me do what I want to do and not giving me any grief about it. But at the same time, I know it's hard. So I need to figure out something and some way to make money as well as to continue to do what I'm doing. Somebody that I met in actually at the Arctic Circle, or maybe, yeah, at the Arctic Circle. He's from Germany, and he's coming back a few times over the next couple of years, and one of the things that he wants to do is Central and South America. I would love to figure out how to do that, and I really want to do that with somebody else. And if there's others that are interested that could do it, maybe even do it as a group. But that is a real possibility. The guys from Georgia, they want to do Baja, and if they'll do Baja next year and I can figure out how to afford it, I'm definitely doing Baja next year with them. So there's a lot of opportunity out there of things that I want to do. Nate did ask me, you know, what's after this, and I am starting to think about that. I don't plan for what I'm doing from one day to the next, but I am going to try to plan as to how I continue to do this and somewhat live this lifestyle, but at the same time figure out how to make money, because without money I am not going anywhere. So anyway, that is the plan. I'm at a gas stop now. I need to find a open station, but thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, and leave your comments below.